And so now I'm back. Not from outer space, I'm just back. And I was about to save the president. I think in order to do that, I gotta wake him up first, which sucks. I think on any difficulty above normal, you gotta do that. You gotta wake him up. And then, the only way I know how to do it is to use the Nikita to wake him up, but I think there is some other way. This is Metal Gear, there's always another way. Let's see. Nikita. And I gotta do this at least twice. I didn't say on extreme, because it is a pain in the butt on extreme. Yeah, okay. Because you try and blow up the machinery while he's still sleeping, you'll blow him up too. And you'll fail and have to just... like that!
What the hell happened? Right!
Idiot! You idiot! We have the worst president ever. It's amazing that the United States hasn't gotten nuked already with a president like that. Man, if that's just the president, I can't wait to see the other politicians. This is the president now. I believe his predecessor was Solid as Snake, the one we just fought in the... dang it. The one we just fought in the area. Apparently in the Metal Gear games, the United States presidents aren't all that great. Let's see if we can not blow him up this time. Let's try that again. You gotta go through like so many twists and turns. Oh, come on! On higher difficulties, this one's not so bad. I'm just terrible at it.
What are you doing?
Yeah, do not run right in front of me.
Get away!
Okay. Now we got it. Just looks so weird. Okay, brace yourself for another cutscene.
President Johnson.
Huh? So you're finally here.
Paul,
You've been expecting me?
how the hell did you say
Your
his name?
equipment, that skull suit isn't exactly
Casa?
standard military issue.
Are you alright, sir?
Is this some kind of sick joke? I thought you came to kill me.
What?
I'm prepared to face the consequences of my betrayal.
What are you...
Dude,
What the...
what?
You're a man?
Seriously?
Well, who are you?
Foxhound, sir.
Foxhound?
Yeah, I still don't
I
understand what
see.
that crotch crap is all
Now
about.
things are starting to make a little sense.
If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. I'd like to know.
Switch over to nano communication so nobody can listen in.
Yes, sir. Do you read me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. President, it's my understanding that the terrorists have managed to input the code sequence necessary for launching a nuclear strike.
Yep.
That's correct. I punched the sequence in myself.
You're working for them?
If you asked me 2 hours ago, my answer would have been yes. Right now, they're keeping me alive until my vital signs are reconfirmed.
They betrayed you?
I wouldn't quite put it that way. I wanted power. They sought destruction.
But why stoop to terrorism?
I wanted absolute power.
But you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.
Yeah.
I don't have any control. The real power is in the Patriots' hands.
The Patriots?
The truth behind this country.
Really?
I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Very few are aware of their existence, even among those with code word clearance. Politics, the military, the economy. They control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply, the Patriots rule this country.
Really?
No.
Yes.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
The la-lay-loo-lay-lo.
The space defense, income tax reduction, and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited to me was actually done according to their instructions.
Space defense was initiated by Congress.
That's what the Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks.
Really?
Think about it. Do you actually believe that public opinion influences the government?
No.
This country is shaped and controlled as the Patriots see fit. The people are shown what they want to believe. What you call government is actually a well-staged production aimed at satisfying the public.
Huh?
Don't look at me like that. I'm legally sane, you know.
It's not your sanity that worries me.
The Patriots. Even I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or military leaders?
Evidently they got power.
No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout.
Okay, there's 12 of them.
All I've been told is that
Gather that
every
much.
key decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece.
It's an
I
interesting way
wanted
to
to
put
leave
it.
my own mark in history, but my ambitions were... You'll understand someday.
I want to understand now. Explain this to me. Help me to
I wished to be a
understand.
member of the Patriots. I wanted to wield the power of a king instead of being an expendable pawn.
And that justifies acts of terrorism?
Yes, I'd intended to use the new Metal Gear as a bargaining chip,
Bargaining chip?
but I underestimated Solidus. He actually wants to challenge the Patriots, even if it means the destruction of the world.
Okay, no,
What are you
that's not
saying?
cool.
Whether you believe it or not, the balance of power rests in the hands of the Patriots. They regulate the country's various interests through controlled presentation, staging a drama that is palatable to the general masses. Can you imagine what would happen if they ceased to function?
We'd probably be a lot better off.
Picture a massive political vacuum, a space that every powermonger will try to fill for their own greedy ends.
Okay, that's not
I'm
good.
talking about an unregulated power struggle, panic, civil war, chaos. Like it or not, the Patriots is an organization that must continue to exist.
So you changed your mind because you wanted to avoid global chaos.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
When I told Solidus that I wished to prevent disaster, he replied that pawns can never become players.
And who is this Solidus?
The guy we just fought in the hair
My
here.
predecessor,
Yeah, his predecessor.
George Sears. That was the name the public came to know him by. I knew him by his code name,
Solidus
Solidus
Snake.
He was the third Snake, preceded by Solid and Liquid, a survivor of the Les Enfants Terribles project. Neither solid nor liquid. He was a well-balanced masterpiece that the Patriots saw fit to entrust with the presidency. However, he fell out of grace with the organization 4 years ago. When acting on his own, he started an incident.
4 years ago.
Shadow
Shadow
Moses.
Moses.
That's
So he
right.
caused Shadow
At
Moses.
the time, the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, together with certain influential parties, initiated the development of Metal Gear Rex and an advanced nuclear warhead. However, this did not fall in line with the Patriots' plans. What's more, Solidus decided on his own to send his most trusted man, Ocelot, to provoke Liquid Snake, bringing about the said incident.
Wow,
As
I
a
didn't know
result,
any of
he
this before.
succeeded in obtaining
This is
Rex
new to me.
and the data on the warhead. But in doing so, he ended up revealing the existence of both Rex and the Genome Army, a blunder that earned him the wrath of the Patriots.
Wow.
Shortly thereafter, Solidus was removed from the presidential office.
So the plot thickens
I thought he resigned.
even more.
That's the story given to the general public. Following his resignation, the Patriots selected me, their new pawn, for the presidency.
But that would mean that the presidential race was...
That was quite a show, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was a well-scripted drama staged by the Patriots for the benefit of the public. Even the Democrats and Republicans were dancing to the Patriots' tune. Everything went according to plan, but for one exception. Following his resignation, Solidus' health was scheduled to fail him, bringing about his untimely death.
Well,
Correct. But before the Patriots could execute their plot, Solidus went underground with the help of Ocelot. As he avoided pursuit, Solidus gained control of Dead Cell, winning over Colonel Golukovich's outfit. From there, he bided his time, knowing that his opportunity would soon arrive.
What opportunity?
well,
The completion of the new Metal Gear project, an opportunity that would even his odds against the Patriots. By
Well.
stealing the Patriots' most valued project, he would be able to place them in a very uncomfortable position. It's the only chance he has for survival. Once he has the new Metal Gear, he'll declare war against the Patriots. Needless to say, he must be stopped.
okay then,
Gear
let's stop
is
him.
already operational.
No, not yet. What you saw was Metal Gear Ray, hijacked 2 years ago from the Marines by Ocelot.
Yeah, we saw
that
that
was
in
not the
the
new
beginning.
Metal Gear.
Then where's the new Metal Gear?
Right here.
What?
You're standing in it.
What?
To be more precise, this entire big shell facility is the new Metal Gear.
Well,
Did you say...
No, I'm quite serious. The upper structure that you've seen is camouflage, designed to represent an offshore cleanup facility. The main structure extends from the foundation all the way down to the ocean floor. The connecting elevator is located on the B2 floor of the Shell 1 core. Arsenal Gear. That's the code name for the new Metal Gear.
Arsenal?
Arsenal Gear.
That's right. Arsenal. We're talking about an impregnable fortress carrying a load of over a couple of thousand missiles, including nuclear warheads, all protected by a horde of mass-produced Metal Gear Ray units.
Wow.
Mass-produced.
The Ray unit was originally designed for the Marines to be used as a countermeasure against the Metal Gear variations throughout the world. The Patriots had Ray redesigned to protect the new Arsenal Gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's not all.
it is.
Arsenal Gear has full access to the military's tactical network, giving it the ability to exercise absolute control over our nation's armed forces, not to mention our nuclear armament. In short, Arsenal was created to be the core of our country.
What kind of idiotic weapon?
Weapon? No. You're not seeing the full picture. Arsenal Gear is more than just a military tool.
Whatever it is needs to be destroyed from the sound of things.
It is a means to preserve the world as it is. It will establish a new form of control. The Patriots will use it to keep their place as the country's true rulers. Right now, they feel pressured and threatened.
By what?
They fear an overabundance of digital information. The world will drown in the coming flood of information, and they along with it. The Arsenal plans include a system to digitally manage the flow of information, making it possible to shape the truth for their own purposes. In short, the Arsenal system is the key to their supremacy.
The key?
Yes, the GW system is the Patriots' trump card. Arsenal Gear will be fully operational when GW is successfully integrated. Once operational,
This is going on so
it will
long,
be a
my
completely
controller
new
turned
form of
off.
Power for the Patriots to wield. I had hoped to seize the project from them, so that I would be in a strong bargaining position.
Bargain for what?
I'd hoped to trade my way into their ranks. But Solidus preferred rebellion.
Good to
Outer
him.
heaven. His plan
least he has
to
the right
unleash a
idea.
nuclear blast over the skies of Wall Street to break the Patriots' control over the business community is also a key factor in his offensive effort.
Outer heaven?
Outer heaven.
Listen, there isn't much time. The football served as the key for activating Arsenal Gear. I've already input the necessary code sequence. It won't be long before GW begins to establish connections with other external systems, and Arsenal Gear becomes fully operational. Stop them before that happens. That is your role.
Got it.
You've got to find Emma Emmerich. She's the only one who can stop that thing once it's been activated.
Got it. Find Emma Emmerich.
She's the system programmer for Arsenal Gear. I believe she's somewhere on level B1 in the core of this building.
I thought the levels below us were flooded.
I'm sure they won't let her die just yet, as she's the only remaining programmer for this project. According to Ocelot, she was being held in a locker room located in the northwest part of level B1. Cut transmission and get moving.
Got it.
This is card 4. It'll give you access all the way to Emma's location. Give this to her when you find her.
What is it?
A program for disrupting the control functions between GW and Arsenal Gear. Take Emma to the computer room on level B2, Shell 1 core. She'll know how to load the program into the main system.
A virus?
That's right, modeled after Foxdie. A biological weapon designed to selectively eliminate personnel with a specific genetic code.
But why do you have it?
The Patriots had it engineered as a failsafe. And Ocelot forgot to search me. You've got to hurry.
Ocelot
That disc is
forgot to
the
search
only way you're going
somebody.
to stop Arsenal. Well, I've told you everything you need to know.
I better get moving then.
There's only one thing that remains to be done.
Where did he just put it? He doesn't have pockets in that skin-tight suit. He has a holster, but he doesn't have pockets.
Now, kill me.
What the?
There's no time to argue. The final check for my vital ID will start any second. If you kill me now, you'll at least prevent the nuclear strike.
Cut it out!
Do it! That's her role! Pull!
Oh. Well, shot him. Where did you shoot him?
Your right to free speech, Mr. President.
Oh, Ocelot shot him.
Ex-president.
The president! Why did you...
Alas, my finger must have slipped.
Oh. Finger slipped.
I'll see you around, carrier boy.
Carrier.
Forget him. He did us a favor. Without free will, there is no difference between submission.
Wait, they still need him, so why'd Ocelot shoot him?
My only real choice is to put an end to this charade. Let me at least have the freedom to end it myself.
What are you...
Find Emma. Stop Arsenal. This is my last order as your commander-in-chief. I'm counting on you.
I'm dead. Oh, I thought he was going to call Solid Snake. Oh, that's right. My controller turned off because that cutscene was so long. Cutscene / codec. Okay. Flip! Yeah, here's where he calls Solid Snake.
Colonel, the president is dead.
Oh no, he calls
I
Colonel.
see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorist threat. However, given the recent turn of events, we will honor the president's last directive.
Alright
You
then.
must put a stop to Arsenal Gear once and for all.
We'll
Do
do
you
that.
actually think there's any truth to his story about this big shell facility being a front for Arsenal Gear?
I don't have the security clearance necessary to verify the facts. However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Aren't you forgetting that he was part of the terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust.
Well, who
Thanks to
wouldn't
his
do that?
sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted
Talking
to the
about a
vice
man who
president,
die rather than
effectively
risk
eliminating
nuclear
the
holocaust.
terrorist
Who
threat.
wouldn't do that?
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was
Considering
trying to point
that
out
in a
there
nuclear
is certainly
holocaust, you'll
some
probably die
credibility
anyway.
to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
What about the information he gave me on the Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of time. Find Emma. She's supposed to be located on level B1 in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
It's up to you to make sure that the
Okay,
president didn't
y'all telling me to
sacrifice
hurry
his
and y'all
life
keep
in
talking.
vain.
Come on.
Understood. Raiden out.
Good. Ah! You're gonna call Snake now. Now you call Snake.
What's your status, Raiden?
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated.
What?
There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear strike code sequence?
He died before his vital ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
Apparently
That
not, because
Ocelot
I...
guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
That's because they got something up their sleeve.
Without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they found a more effective weapon within Arsenal gear.
You knew about Arsenal gear?
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me about it?
you never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the big shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described, a massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Okay.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber.
Wow, they knew
There's no doubt
that
that Arsenal
long.
gear is being built here. And it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
Snake took down a tanker.
I took these photos 2 years ago.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
Idiots.
That's right. Otacon, me, we were used.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos of the new Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I've gone through VR training of the tanker mission before.
Yeah? Well, I doubt it accurately simulates the events of that mission. I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Revolve
Their target was
Ocelot.
also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
We'll give him some
We
credit.
betrayed them?
Nobody actually bothered to shoot
I don't
him,
know
so
what kind of deal was going
he had it
down.
pretty easy.
All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, I'm taking it back.
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with a sinking tanker. Small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public.
Oh, so that's
In
how
turn,
that
we
plays
became the
in.
world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero.
They chose him to have a
I
hero
think the
who
Patriots
fell.
weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
Man, I can
They didn't
relate.
choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided to do a smear campaign.
I think the Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
Yeah.
That's it. They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray.
Huh. Isn't that
They
interesting?
followed this up with a perfect plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it. Then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich? And his daughter Olga?
With them hairy
Both
armpits.
fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Well,
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
I don't even think Ocelot knows whose side he's on. But Ocelot's like
We're wasting
crisscrossing him.
time. We can figure this out
Swap
later.
in
The
between
nuclear strike's
partners
been
and
prevented, but
allies.
Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles.
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Huh.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in order to stop Arsenal.
Raiden, find her.
I'm on my way.
Okay, now we can finally get on with it. Flip. And unlike I did with the Nikita missile, I actually know where Emma is. No. No. I'm thinking of something else. Okay, B1. Why do they call it B1 if there's no, as far as I can tell, there's no B2? At least not on the elevator, so I assume they don't have it. Anyway. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep. I'm gonna stop. You normally don't need to worry about oxygen in this part. They give you plenty of it. Oh. You actually get pretty far on just one breath. Whoa. Ah! Can't get pretty far doing that, though. There you go. Oh, I think you lose breath every time you do that. Oh, crap. I did not account for that. Whew.
Raiden, are you reading me? This is Otacon. What's your situation?
I'm swimming.
Wet and miserable. This place is flooded. The seawater that's been pumped up is pouring into the building.
I see. Listen, there's something I have to tell you about EE.
Don't worry about her. I'll get her out.
She's afraid of water.
What?
Coward.
Yeah. When she was 6 years old, she almost drowned with my father in our swimming pool.
She can't swim?
Well, yes and no. We used to swim a lot together when we were kids. In fact, she swam like a fish until that day when she almost drowned. When the accident happened, I was in my room. I learned later that EE was calling me for help. She didn't doubt for a minute that I'd be there. You could see the pool from my room, but I didn't realize at the time that she needed my help.
What were you doing?
Use your imagination. What do you
So
think you
Emma
were doing?
survived the ordeal.
Yeah, but my father didn't.
So you blamed yourself and left your family.
No. EE seems to believe that was the case. The fact is, I betrayed her.
And you think she can't swim because of the traumatic experience?
I haven't seen her since that day, but yes, I think so. I got a letter from Julie, her mother, after they moved back to England. In her letter, she mentioned that EE couldn't swim anymore, that she refused to even wear a bathing suit.
Damn,
Huh.
if she still can't swim, we're in trouble. Level B1 in the core is pretty much flooded.
Look, maybe you can help her overcome the trauma.
You want me to help her get over it?
Well, it's still gonna take some time to repair the Kamov.
Sorry, kid. Emma's rescue is up to you.
Great.
Thanks. An underwater mission. Now this is a first. Look, I'll see what I can do.
I suggest that you drum the map of the building into your head, because you won't have time to look at it when you try to bring Emma out.
I'm counting on you, Raiden.
I covered most of the core when I had to take out the C4s. If there's anything you need to ask me, call me on the codec.
I'll do that.
Got it. Okay, let's continue swimming.